What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Banter, number 62 to be exact. We were down Tyler last week, now he came back, and now we're down Josh. You know, this musical chairs nonsense, but either way, we're ready to jump right into it, and if you can see that, that is the movie Annihilation, and that is what we are going to be discussing. And I don't know if you can see my shirt, but this is a little hint for a movie that we were supposed to do, but we'll be doing here soon. So if you can figure that out, good on you. Okay, guys, Annihilation. Thoughts?
Dude, I always get Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley mixed up.
Yeah.
Really?
Every movie, dude. I had to look back. I was like, was she in Pirates of the Caribbean? No, it was Keira Knightley.
Dude.
That's my first impression of the movie. Just that right
Natalie
off the bat.
Portman is like an immortal actress, and I think she's like one of the. I would probably put her in the top like 5 of all time right now.
Of women or all?
Yeah,
all
of
time?
actresses. Just
Of
because
actresses.
like her range is.
Yeah, women are not on
incredible.
men's par.
No,
But like, if we're talking about the lesser, she's in top
what are you
5.
saying?
I'm
Ryan?
just playing. That'd be horrible.
But no, the beginning of this movie, like it sets the vibe of the whole entire movie so clearly and so hardcore. I love just the intro, and it starts right off.
Yeah.
Like there's no credits, and I love movies that do that. No credits, no nothing, just straight to her right there. Talk.
cut.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, so what the hell is going on? Like it's so intense at the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's something so eerie about that opening when they're questioning her. And I
Yes.
don't even know why. Maybe it's the suit, and if anything, in this COVID type of atmosphere, maybe we should be more used to those kind of things. But every time I see that, even now, I'm like, what the fuck's about to happen?
Well,
Just kind of like what you were saying. But the thing is like, I've seen this movie. I know what's going to happen. I'm
Right.
still like, what the fuck is about to happen?
The music has a lot to do with it in this movie too. The music is real eerie.
Oh
in
my
this
god!
movie.
And
It's
it'll
so
be
good.
like it'll be coasting along, not sound. You can almost like not even realize you're listening to it. And I know we'll add in like a wong wong, and you're like, oh shit, what is that? And then it'll kind of disappear again, pop right back up. Wild shit, sir. We find out Lena's husband died,
Yeah.
or did he?
Yeah, that was.
I mean, whoa. Don't really know what's going on with this, guys. I mean, this is some crazy fucking shit here.
Like, whenever she's asking him questions at the dinner table, you can just tell something's off.
Dude, he looks alien as fuck like the whole time. He's sitting there, and I'm just
he's
like,
a
dude.
strange looking.
Yeah, and she's all over him, like, oh my god, welcome home.
Yeah.
Yada yada, cheating
After a
whore.
year, you would think that
We'll get to that.
he would be acting.
Yeah, and seriously, I mean, can you imagine having like, in our case, I mean, I don't know what y'all into like yet. I've never really talked to you about it, but you know, for me, it's a female companion. Just kidding. I know what y'all about. But if they, if they came back from the dead, essentially, what the fuck? Like, what would you do in that situation? Like, how like mind blowing that would be. But I feel like even in that, you could just look at that motherfucker and be like,
Yeah.
there's
Oh, yeah.
something wrong here. You're him, but you're not him.
Yeah, when you see flashbacks, you realize how slick he looked there at the beginning compared to
dude.
like how he looked before he went into the
Yeah.
Shimmer.
Oscar Isaac.
Oh, the Shimmer.
I mean, he's I
dope.
don't know how the fuck no words, nothing. Just, can you do a creepy face? He's in like the audition. So something like this. Oh yeah, we like that. We like him. He's good. Yeah, and then his actor name or character name is Kane. He starts bleeding and gets jacked from the back of an ambulance after they pick him up.
Hey, that chasing, well, not really chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, more of a chasing. Dude, that scene alone was so the intensity was on par. Like the camera angles of it, everything, like being on the road next to the ambulance and then being behind the cop cars and then being in front of the ambulance. It's like, dude, like what a situation to be in. And I feel like they played it super realistic too.
Yeah.
To where the ambulance wasn't stopping, but when they had to, they did, and they were like freaking out about like, don't take him out the ambulance, don't do it. You know, yeah. I think that scene was incredible.
For sure.
Then Lena gets drugged and taken to Area X.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
Dang.
Wah.
Yeah.
You're in Area X. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, that just sound. Can I go to Area B, please? Like,
Like,
Give me
lady stands for area 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then X. It just sounds intimidating.
It
Like,
seems
oh,
like
okay.
the worst area there is, even numerically. It just seems terrible.
Yeah, I'll say this much too, dude. Dude, Jennifer Jason Leigh to this day still throws me off, dude. Like how she
Yeah.
looks. Like to think that that is the same girl that played Stacy in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Like every time I look at her, I'm like, that's not the same person. And I was like, was telling y'all, I was just watching Good Time the other day. She's in that. She's in like Hateful Eight. Like I've seen her with this look, but every time, dude, it makes no sense. Like I don't see the correlation. She's had to have some type of work done because that does not look like the same woman at all to me.
It doesn't.
It throws me off, dude. Speaking of the Shimmer, dude, I'm so fascinated by the Shimmer.
Yeah.
Even the colorful look of it just entrances me for whatever reason. And then the idea that nobody comes out of the Shimmer, but they have to keep sending people in because it is slowly taking over the earth is fucking crazy to me. Like the whole concept of that is like, well, what are we gonna fucking do? We gotta send some more in. Like, not me. I'm not going in there.
The concept of it before we even know what happens inside of it is mind blowing. And
Yeah.
then we find out what happens inside, and it's like, what? Like, it's even crazier. But back on the Jennifer Jason Leigh, the part where she tells her,
Dr.
you're not going to
Ventress.
be able to have a lawyer.
Yeah.
Because she says, I want to talk to my lawyer. If you got someone that calm, because her demeanor the whole time was just like chill as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it
You
is what
find
it
out
is.
why.
Yeah, right. Which is, you know, the PTSD and all, but the way she said it, I'm just like, yeah, there's no fighting this at this point. Like, if she's straight telling you, no, you can't see a lawyer. It's
Yeah,
like,
that
oh,
calm.
well,
Like she's
yeah.
not mad about it. Or
Yeah,
she's
nothing.
Like,
She's just like, yeah, you're not going to see a lawyer.
we don't do
Oh,
that
yeah.
here.
That shit's crazy.
I'll say this about it too. I dig the basically all-girl cast.
I
Me
love
too.
that.
I was about
Like,
to say
yeah,
I like
it-
this cast.
Yeah,
I
it's
like the
so
characters.
refreshing to see like a truly original film with an like even though it came from a book, but still an original on-screen film that has an all-female cast. Like too many things these days, they try to like force feed female cast into like already existing properties, and that's what it feels like. It just feels forced. This movie, I wish even more people would have went and saw it because it is so great. Is just shows you like you don't have to do that. Just give them something fresh and new to work with. Get the right girl cast, and they will blow it out of the water. Like in this movie, great example of that. That's what I
Yeah, you
thought
notice Valkyrie from Thor, what's her name? Tessa Thompson, that's what it is.
That's what my next
Yeah.
note was. I was like,
She-
I love seeing my girl Tessa Thompson in this.
She had a weird personality in this movie. Like, she
Yeah.
wasn't talkative at all. She didn't talk or anything that much, but there was something more to her than, you know,
Met the
what.
eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie it grossed worldwide 43 million, and the budget was 40 million.
So they made nothing back.
Yeah, basically.
That's ridiculous. This is
This is an underrated
this,
movie.
this is what's fucked. Is people always are like, why do they keep remaking stuff? Can't they come up with anything original?
No.
Oh.
They can. You just don't go and see it.
You know that
That's
more
the problem.
original movies come out on a yearly basis now than like big IP movies. And people do that's a big point though. Like, people complain about not having original movies anymore,
They don't
but
go see 'em.
nobody wants to go see the original movies.
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
we're the most hypocritical. Like I fucking hate movie fans.
Yeah.
They drive me insane.
Well, like, for example, you've got Spiral, which is an IP. The Saw is out right now, and then you've got
yeah.
Those Who Wish Me Dead. I guarantee you, 10 times more people are going to go see Saw because it's a Saw movie over Those Who Wish Me Dead,
yeah.
and that's an original movie. Like, it just doesn't add up. Why are we so stupid as fans?
No, and it'd be different if like we were at the loud. It's always the loudest voices in the room or like the negative ones. So that there's something to that. But if we kind of were like, we always heard people shouting to the rooftops like, "Just give me more of that. I'm cool with more of the same." But you hear people complain and complain and complain. Right here, Exhibit A.
Yeah,
Don't go see it.
a
Yeah,
66% audience score, but an 88% critics knew it was a great movie.
No.
the
For sure.
audience were like, yeah, no, that's too original, or that's not,
I haven't seen something like this before. Yeah, it's just a little
I hate
strange to
it.
me. A month later, can we get something I haven't seen before? Same person. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. You kind of brought up how she's a whore. Yeah, Lena getting on with damn Daniel.
Yeah.
Getting on with that white bitch. Yeah, that was kind of fucked up.
That was a crazy conversation too,
Yeah.
between like an affair, like lovers of an affair. It was just like damn, like calling each
Yeah,
other
they-
out left
like,
and right.
does he know? Like, I love my wife.
Yeah,
It's like,
obviously.
Like, keep her out of this. She's innocent in this. It's like, no shit. What did you think she was going to be like? It's your wife's fault. Like, oh, God. Part of me's like, does that need to be in there? And I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's how I am about that kind of shit in movies too. It's like a filler kind of a deal.
But
Like
I mean,
they had to give her a flaw of some type, and that
Yeah,
was
I
it. Like
guess.
that's where they went with it.
and it makes her even more remorseful because I feel like you can kind of read into her character that she is deep down like a good person that made a mistake, and it
Right.
makes her even more. It's even more painstaking for her because she knows what she did.
I agree with that 100%. But my problem is the laziness. Like that's
Yeah.
lazy writing. Now Alex Garland is a amazing writer, but an affair as being like the reason, is it's just lazy. It's just done too much. Like it needs to be something with more gravity to it.
More than just like this bitch.
Yeah, right,
Just,
right.
Yeah, I don't know. It was one of those I could have done without it, or it was cool. But there's times when I watch it where other times it bothers me more than other times for whatever reasons. I've seen this movie at least a handful of times. I love the acoustic guitar song that sneaks into like a few scenes out of nowhere. You have that wah wah noise, but there's also this acoustic guitar song that sneaks in, and it's like almost like chill, but it's like hopeless as fuck sounding at the same time, and it is amazing. Love that musical cue, dude.
She meets up with the team.
Anya introduces them to
Yeah.
the team.
So yeah, which is what's her name?
Gina Rodriguez.
Was it Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Comes up to her and brings her over there, which I like how she hides the fact that that guy that came out was her husband. Like she doesn't tell them that this is personal by any means
Yeah.
or anything. I think that was smart and well written. So you have a stupid written thing and then a brilliant written
Yeah,
thing.
I got something more to add on that in a bit.
But I think the chemistry was pretty good between these all these women. Honestly, like there was just enough personality differences on each of them to like
It seemed like they all cared about each other.
yes, which made you care about the
Yeah.
characters. So then they go into the Shimmer, which is a crazy name. I don't know if I'd go into anything called that.
Yeah,
But
And
it
it's
looks so
shimmering.
beautiful though.
Yeah,
It looks so
There's times where I'm looking at like just the fucking a light, and it's just like even from the TV, I'm like I kind of want to go in there. And I'm like I want to reach into my TV. Fucking wild, and they're forgetting
Yeah, they
Yeah,
everything
that's
as
what-
soon as they get in
they
there.
all have the same symptoms. They don't remember setting up.
right. And it's when they sleep. So when she wakes up from the tent, that's what I have in my notes is that scene when she wakes up in the tent because she has that flashback. And you get for me, I got invested in the flashback to where when she woke up, before she even realized that she had lost time or anything, I was like, dude, how long has she been I don't remember anything from the time they walked into the Shimmer to the time she woke up from the tent.
Yeah.
I legitimately confused myself. I was like, dude, what happened? I don't understand. I forgot for her in a way. And that's, good to me that they can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Invest me in it like that.
No doubt, man. And then we get the fucking albino looking alligator.
Yeah,
dude.
attacking Raddick.
That scene was fucking crazy.
Is that what it was called?
No, that's who it attacked. in that trailer.
attacking Raddick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Josie Raddick.
he said, what
That
type of
sounds like an
alligator?
Yeah. I was like, I don't remember them naming this thing, but
He's like, oh, that's a type of alligator species.
the attacking Raddick.
The attack neurotic. I thought he said something like that the first
Yeah,
time.
that came out of nowhere too. She just
Dude,
got
it
taken
did.
back into the
Dude,
trailer.
it makes you
And
jump.
I gotta tell you, when I saw this trailer for the first time, I was trying so hard to figure out what was going on. I'm glad the way it went, But I really thought it was gonna be like a monster inside of there, because in the trailer you see Josie just get yanked in, and then you get a shot of the bear that we'll talk about, like coming up in between them. Yeah, we'll get to that. And it's just like, I was like, dude, there's like a fucking monster inside. And me being a huge monster movie fan, I'm like, great cast, this is gonna be amazing. Not quite what happens, but they add in like those suspenseful moments with these animals and other things that kind of makes up for it. Gives it like that little bit of horror appeal. And I mean, that alligator dude just yanked Josie out, dude, like immediately, dude. Immediately grabbed her by the fucking backpack, took her under. You imagine that, dude. You don't even know what's got. You're like, something's got my back. Take it off, bitch. Like, do something.
That shit's crazy. Like, I remember I watched this. It's been a couple years since I've watched this. And I remember the crocodile being, like, way more deformed and, like, crazy looking. But then it came out the water, and I was like,
Just like a
it
white.
was like a regular old
a really big
crocodile.
white alligator.
Yeah, but then the mouth opens.
Oh yeah,
And
all
this
the teeth,
thing
the shark
is,
teeth.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that, and it looked
What
like it had
is
an
going
extra
on?
set of teeth, like round in the back
Yeah,
of
it
its
looked like
throat
when
almost.
Pennywise opened his
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that kind of freaked me out.
More of what the fuck is going on, dude. And Lena lit that fucker
Oh,
up,
dude, like that. Her form,
Yeah, she
take
was
down to
like,
one knee. Yeah, hard as shit to kill though.
Slow
Oh, yeah.
fucking motion. But yeah, once you saw his teeth, dude, that was what in the actual fuck? Like,
Yeah,
like what is going on?
because you're already asking questions because the plants. They saw the plants and how they're growing, like the colors and everything from the DNA change that happens, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
But with the DNA changing everything in there, it's, and then what is it? The two deer, the
Oh yeah.
the deer that
They're growing like
duplicate themselves.
yeah, and they're growing like fucking flower
yeah,
branches.
like everything
on their head and
combines within
shit.
itself. But then after the crocodile, you're like, all right, so like, what's really going on? And
Yeah.
but you still don't understand yet if, at least for me, is it these animals that are getting them, or is it something bigger, like something more? I
knew
guess
it
like a
was something bigger.
psychological, you know.
I was like, there's no way all these people go in there and get killed by the same alligator.
well,
There's
no, I
something
don't mean the
else.
same alligator. I mean like, is it animals or creatures in there killing these guys, or is it like, is it really them
I think
turning
that's
on
what they wanted
themselves?
you to think.
Yeah, well, they
And that
they did good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what was unique about it too, because everybody before that they were sending in was like military people,
Yes.
and this time
Yeah.
they sent in like
The brains.
scientists and shit. And I thought that was a good approach. I mean, you're basically sending them on a suicide mission even more because they're not as equipped. I mean, they're equipped, but
So what do
mentally
we?
equipped.
we
as
have,
the military people are.
Lena is a biologist. Anya was a, I forgot what Anya.
I'll forget
Are
their
we gonna do
exact
this?
titles.
Ventress was psychiatrist.
Yes.
Tessa, Josie, I can't remember
It's
what
like
the.
I think Tessa was a geo something, not a geologist.
Geometrist.
Yeah, something.
Is that
like
a word?
That's
But
like-
anyway, they were all like top of
gemologist?
the line, like
Yeah, legit.
You know, and then of course she says she's from John Hopkins, and I can't think of nothing but Step Brothers whenever that comes up.
Yeah, that's right. Bring up Step Brothers and an Annihilation review.
That's right.
But then they
You
come
always can.
they come across this like little building and they see the video camera.
Oh,
They watch it and they see Kane cutting that soldier's stomach open,
dude.
and you see his stomach moving around, and they're like, "That's it!" Like everyone went crazy. They went crazy and killed each other. That's what happened.
And the
Dude,
chick,
they're like-
that's what it was. She's a veterinarian or whatever it is. And she was like, no, this is just a camera,
Yeah,
you know,
it's a
lighting or
camera.
whatever.
Yeah.
Or surgeon, that's what it is, some kind
Yeah.
of surgeon. And I'm like, why are you denying that? Like, right in front of you, like, he cut him open.
I don't think she could believe it. Like she was.
He put
making
his
up
hand
stuff.
in there and
I
let
know,
it,
but I
like,
think she just didn't want to believe it. I was like, "There's no way. Like, I'm gonna make." Well, when you go when you see the Shimmer, you should be like, yeah, "There's probably some stuff that we've never seen before."
Oh,
maybe."
yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
she's just in denial.
Yeah.
that thing was
Exactly.
crazy looking. And then he,
And-
like, smirked.
Yeah, and
Afterwards.
yeah, Kane is like
Yeah.
looking, and that's what I was saying. I was gonna get back to Lena, like keeping her cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how she keeps her cool, like in this moment, like seeing Kane react that way. Like that's just like just further driving the point home. Like
That's
this
kind of
ain't-
when she started crying, though.
yeah, like this ain't Kane. Well, she like turns around and like ducks, but they're all preoccupied with the camera still, and then they're kind of like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah." But even then, like she just, I don't know, like I don't understand like how she's able to keep pulling it together. One thing I wanted to go back to real quick, I love the conversation between like Lena and Shepard. I feel like Shepard felt more background like than the other girls, and it made me care about her more hearing like what she had lost because they were in that boat together, or the canoe.
Yes.
She was able to share. I thought that was a good moment.
That was a great one-on-one right there.
Having them talk and like being able to relate with each other. Her daughter dying of cancer, and then she's saying it was like a 2-for-1. She kind of like lost herself in the process. I feel like if they didn't have that conversation, her character wouldn't have had the same impact because I think the other girls benefited. Not the spoiler alert if you're fucking watching this and haven't seen it by now, because Shepard got off first, so they had the benefit of like being around longer. But I felt, I guess, the least attached to her, and I feel like without that scene, I feel like it was crucial that scene was in the movie because she felt like the one that was kind of lingering around to me as compared to the other girls, and that brought her in more tight knit. So I think that scene, not just the substance of it, was important for the movie and her character. And then after the videotape, they go to the empty pool that has what looks like a giant asshole in it. And I would not go near that hole. It had half a body like hanging out of it. And like at the top, I don't even know if that's like the other half to the body that's hanging out of it. Maybe. It's like deformed at the top, and like the whole jaw is like stretched out like this with the skull. It just, dude.
Gruesome.
Yeah, if I saw that, like my fucking dumb ass, I'm so afraid of like spiders and shit. I'm like, I feel like if I get close to that, something's gonna yank me in, like a big spider or something. Especially after everything they've seen, I'd be like, how do you think the spiders look over here? That's what's in there. Would not trust that at all. I don't know if that pool scene fucked with y'all like that.
It was different for sure. But the way, I'm telling you, it's the way the cinematography and shit works in this movie. It's not like it's not a jump scary kind of thing. It's just like a psychological scary.
It gets under your skin.
Yes.
Like right there, we keep talking about all these bugs and shit. I was a lot more afraid of that bug for some reason.
I
caught it.
He did it. I watched it go, oh my God. Shimmers inside
pink,
you, dude.
watch.
Yeah.
You're a weird dude.
Anybody ever tell you that,
Weird
Ryan?
dude, Rodney.
Like I said earlier, I know how you get down.
But that one at that night, they hear a noise.
That was either.
At night they hear that noise and they all like get their guns and go down there and they see like something rip through the cage or the fence, and then it's that big ass bear that attacks Shepard and just what a freaking.
I don't even know if we can call that a bear, dude.
We're calling it a bear.
That thing
not,
is.
I mean, it is a bear.
It's like a polar bear with his face.
It's a bear.
That thing is.
With
dude,
just bone on his face.
We can't call the alligator an alligator.
It's a crocodile.
No, it's alligator.
It's a crocodile.
It's an alligator.
Salt water.
It's an
It's in the
alligator.
swamps. Swamps are salt water.
All right.
It's still alligator.
Yeah, the bear is fucking scary. Screaming like "help me" and shit like that as it's growling. I'm like,
we'll get to that. That was we did that top 5 most disturbing scenes that are in a horror movie. That cracked it for me. Yeah, dude. And I was even saying before that, I don't even know how you fucking sleep, dude. I'd just be like a fucking drug addict, just speedballing.
especially
like,
if you're losing days while you sleep. Like, you think you sleep for a night and you're sleeping for 4 days. Like, what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Shepard, dude. I mean, there's nothing they could fuck. That thing, basically, it's almost like it did a Superman punch in the UFC, and it just swiped down at the end of it and had her gone in a second.
That's whenever what's her name? Ventress was like the next morning or whenever they woke up, she was like, "All right, I'm going to the shoreline by herself." And then Anya was like, "Fucking let her go. We're not gonna go."
Yeah.
And Lena was like, "I think we should go. I think that's our best bet. We've already came 4 days this way.
Yeah.
It's 2 days to the shoreline, or we could go back." It was like, let's just finish the job.
Yeah.
That's when Anya started acting weird.
Yeah.
Is that moment. And then you find out why Ventress is just so hell-bent on getting the mission done. It's like, because she has cancer, and she was like, she's not coming back anyway. Like, no matter what.
She's just content. And then do y'all think Lena was fucked up for lying to them about that?
No.
Because she straight up, I mean, technically she didn't know, but it still wasn't like she knew for a fact that going back was like a better option. She still like she didn't know for a fact, like she was acting like she did, that the fucking coastline or whatever was the best route. But
I think Kane came into her mind, and that's what
Yeah.
made her make that choice.
Yeah, dude.
Me.
And then they go. And
They
we
go. They go.
learn more about the Shimmer, dude.
Oh, then Anya starts going. Lena finds Shepard's dead body and tells him, and then Anya starts going crazy about her fingers are losing their fingerprints and all that, and so she like ties everyone up. That's when the dope ass thing happens.
Dude.
Whenever you hear that bear, and like she goes out, and I was like, oh, Anya got murdered by the bear. But no, she just like I guess got away, and then the bear comes in, like you see in the trailer. And they're all tied up with shit on their. They're all like tied up and gagged, and that bear comes in, like puts his head right in
between them.
Yeah, and then like the bear will like open his mouth, and it'll sound like Shepard.
Yeah,
it's like help me.
Yeah. God,
it's such
haunting.
Straight out of
such
nightmares,
a scary thing.
dude.
Yes, it's a nightmare for sure.
And it's only fitting that Anya is the one who gets lured in by, Cass's voice.
Yeah, she thought she was like
the bear.
She was like, I thought you said Shepard was dead, and like she was dead. That's why she went out there to see it, because she thought it was Shepard. That's why.
Yeah, because she was like, I didn't see a bear. So, of course, and ripped her whole fucking jawbone off.
Dude, that shit was awesome.
Yeah, it was insane.
That was great. Like, I felt her struggle trying to go up the steps. Like, oh, I'm making it. No, I'm not making it.
Yeah.
No, I'm making it. No. And then she had no chance.
And something that we kind of skipped over, I think is really important, which y'all might have thought it was right after that, that they're saying basically that they think that Shepard's mind being refracted into the bear's mind. So that's how it's able to take that on. And before this scene happens, we find out the Shimmer is a prism that is refracting. So it is even refracting DNA, even they are most likely also mutating. Even the people, like they're like starting, they don't know for sure, but they're looking at each other. Even Ventress says, like, I think she means us.
Like, well, they realize that when they see the human trees or the human plants.
Josie.
Yeah,
Josie just slowly starts morphing into a beautiful human plant.
Yeah. I like how she just kind of said, fuck it.
Yeah,
essentially let the refracting consume her. Like, I wish she would fight it in one sense, but it also kind of fit her character to let it, like, wash over her. She was, like, suicidal. She'd cover up her cuts and all that.
So she was, like...
She was, like, kind of already looking for, like, a way out of life, and she was just like, maybe this is it. Maybe it's peaceful. Maybe this is just what you got to do. Just embrace it.
And then they... Lena makes it to the shoreline and goes to the lighthouse. That's where they were trying to go the whole time, is to the lighthouse.
Yes.
Because Ventress is apparently there, so Lena is the only one left. So Lena, she goes into the lighthouse and sees that, the skeleton of that body, and then she sees the camera. And could you imagine watching your husband commit suicide by grenade
phosphorus
like that?
grenade.
Phosphorus grenade. He's like 5'4", and then just boom.
Yeah, and he's even he's like questioning his existence. Like, I used to think like I was this and I was a person.
I was a man, but now
there's nothing. Like, now I don't even care.
And then who walks out from behind the camera?
And it's like, dude,
it's Kane again. I was like, what the is going on? That's when I was like, what? Okay, I'm confused.
Well, the movie gets complicated.
Yeah, and then the beach, I wanted to say too, looks so wild with all those like ice trees that led up to the lighthouse.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
My brother was talking, like, because this was his second time watching. He watched with me. He's like, isn't like at the end like the Silver Surfers? I'm just like, I've always wanted a movie to do that. Like, nobody would have the balls to ruin their great movie, but a movie that has you on edge.
I know.
They just like the Silver Surfers at the end of it, and you're just like it's so bad it's good. Like if Jaws at the end of the movie, you find out it's like Richard Simmons in a shark costume, like, we're gonna bite. We're gonna bite. And it's just like, what did they just do?
Dude, I think about that every movie.
Yeah, just something. Like, I've never seen that happen.
Like Titanic, you think like, oh, the boat's gonna go down, but just like a missile hits it and blows it up. And it's like
somebody,
they ruin everyone's
Like, I get why you don't do it, but how has nobody done that at least once? Like, something so.
They always do
off
it in
the
them like
wall. Well, they do it
make
from
fun of movie, like scary movie. They'll do it in
Yeah.
that, but that's like do it in a real Hollywood.
Well, you see people do it in movies, but it's like so bad it's good, and they
Yeah.
know what they're about the whole way. But you never see a movie that's like, dude, this is like breathtaking, and at the end they purposely just like botch.
Yeah.
Like, I wish somebody would have the balls to do that one time, and I'd be mad, but it'd be one of those things. I think over time people would appreciate it. Like, wow, dude,
yeah,
they
it would be
went there.
so popular. It would instantly
yeah.
be like a
Yeah,
cult
imagine
classic.
it, dude. Just
Be
think
that
about
one
that.
movie
The
that
Silver
just
Surfer's just like, were you not
What are you
expecting me?
Yeah.
It's like floating around. Like,
Galactus.
it's like, what? Yeah, dude.
But and then you see that hole or the tunnel in the lighthouse. I would not go down. I
No.
was like, Lena has
Again.
the biggest balls
Oh yeah.
to go down that tunnel. And when she goes down that tunnel and sees Ventress, who's freaking changing into a humanoid, is what it
Yeah.
says.
Yeah, dude. I mean, she kind of could hear like Ventress's voice, I think, when she went in the hole, dude. But I mean, dude, no.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
don't
going
care.
there.
And she's like off as fuck too. Like, her face was even like blank at first before she turned to like look at Lena, and it changed back. That shit was fucking fucked up. And then it really starts hitting the fucking fan, dude. That music kicks in, and
Dude,
Ventress.
that was giving me like anxiety attack. Just that noise that was like, like
Yeah,
real loud.
it's like a
I hate
fucking
that.
subwoofer. Yeah, it would kick in, and Ventress just breathes out like all of this insane, beautiful, fragmented light. Like, and it's just, and that was the part too, where like it's almost like an orb in front of her, a fragmented light, and fucking Lena's just looking into it. Even that part of the movie, I'm like, wow, like, I would have done the same thing.
I'm like that kind of the whole movie. Like the whole
Yeah.
movie's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
that. But
And then the fragmented light pulls some DNA from Lena, creating like some faceless replica of Lena.
Yeah, humanoid is what
Um,
they say it.
I can only imagine how creeped out you'd be as it mimics like every fucking thing you do, down to every little thing, and you can see it like studying you. Like, how fucking crazy. And that's exactly what it did right there, taking that DNA. That's what they had talked about, how it was manipulating the DNA and causing anything and everything to mutate. And this thing took that special interest into Lena, just like however it took that special interest into Kane, and it took that blood sample just right from like the fucking corner of her eye, basically, where like the end of her bridge of her nose ends or whatever. And that just was like, wow, like shit, like what do we have here? And to see like it acted out was just bizarre and so unsettling. Like, I can't even imagine. It was almost like an evil dance, like it was playing with her.
Yeah, I was thinking like, how is she gonna get away from this thing?
geniusly,
Yeah,
brilliantly.
the phosphorus grenade.
Yeah,
Dude.
like, and the
Here,
way like they
take this.
tumbled down together, like on their knees, and then fell. Oh my god.
It's just it's the perfect ending to this movie.
Yeah.
It really is. Like it's. I know you have mixed review. What is your mixed feel? Like, what don't you like about the ending? Because we talked a little bit
It's
before the
just-
podcast about it.
I don't know. I feel like, of course, the way it. Are we going to jump to the ending? I even said pretty good movie, but ending sucked.
Are we talking
Yeah.
about after?
Yeah,
They
she
get
gets
out.
back and like, her husband's starting to get better, but it's not really Kane.
Right.
And
Mhm.
then like
Well,
they hug each other, and their eyes, you can tell like they're alien.
Well,
Well,
people
I-
question if she's real too.
no, she's not real. She clearly isn't.
Neither of them.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. I like the ending a lot though. I like the uncertainty. And it's not just like one of those like they're looking over each other's shoulder and they're like, ha ha ha, time to take over the earth. I like the lines they added in where like Lena's just like, are you? And
Yeah.
he's not like, no bitch. She's like,
I don't know.
I don't think so, or whatever. And then it zooms back on her, and her eyes are starting to glow, and it's like, holy shit, dude. What the fuck happens now? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I guess
love
that's
it.
the way the ending should have been. Like, I
and,
can't think of a better way to end it. Like,
And the
Like
music,
she just like blows it up
when
and
it
everything
kicks
goes
in.
back to normal. No,
Yeah.
that wouldn't have been a good.
No, I
ending,
like
so.
the darker ending,
Yes.
especially with Alex Garland. If you watch Ex Machina, like he's like, I'm not gonna give you that, cupcake cookie cutter ending. Like,
Right.
sure, I'll give her like that smart moment where it looks like she escapes, but then I'm gonna smack you in the face with, oh shit, they're not out. And whereas like it could have been like the classic cop out bullshit where they're like, now we can take over the world. Like he puts that little bit of substance in there with like the way he words it. Like, are you? And it, like it's almost like there's still some type of host and they don't even know what they are yet or what their responsibility is yet. It's just fucking crazy, man. And it begs like the question too. Like this shit makes me think of like possibilities of this actually happening. Like who's to say aliens haven't come down and hit the reset button? And now I know the memory loss happened inside of the Shimmer. So technically, if they hit the reset button and did some shit and it's had to do with the Shimmer, we could remember everything before. So we would remember that our life was different at some point. But at the same time, like, if they have the possibility of having something that can manipulate the earth to where you can't remember, if they can, they've got to be able to maybe have like the thought that they could like make you forget at any point of anything you're doing, and memories can go far back enough to where you can't remember them. Like I don't remember when I was like 3. You could manipulate shit and start a whole new fucking world. Like that type of shit. This movie's one of those movies like it makes me think outside of the box, even though it's sci-fi as fuck. I'm like, dude, well, what if like that could have? If you believe in extraterrestrial shit, it's just one of those movies. Like it goes beyond how good the movie is. It makes you think. And I love that. And I need a new Alex Garland movie, like right about now, dude.
Yeah, he's got one coming out soon.
Yeah, I saw that. I
forgot
haven't
what
really
it's
heard
called,
any
like,
better.
Men, I
that's
think.
what I was gonna say. It's
It's
like,
like
men's. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the plot is about a woman. So
Hell yeah. He's
You hate that, don't you, Rodney?
no,
No.
no.
Jesus Christ.
Another girl in a movie.
Starts losing his shit.
Well, what did you rate it, Rodney? What did?
Oh, Annihilation's a simple 8.7. Easy.
Nice.
It could be better. It could be a higher
Dang,
score
dude.
one day, and then another day it could be like an 8.5. It just, but it'll never go lower than an 8.5 for me. So, but today I'll say 8.7.
Yeah. Magic.
Yeah, I gave it a 7.4.
Yeah.
But I
It's
did
still
enjoy,
really
I did
good, though.
enjoy it.
That's-
That's
yeah,
good.
it's-
That's good for me.
That's about what we were thinking. Yeah, I
Yeah.
give it a 9.2. I think this is like, I'm not going to nail it down because we're always like saving it for lists. But I think this is one of my favorite movies in like the last decade. Like, I mean, I love it more. The more I watch it, it seems like catching on to new things. And it's not just the sci-fi that's magical and the little horror elements that are within. Like I said, when we did our top, that's the only time I think, no, me and Tyler did the top 5 Thursday, top 5 Christmas movies. We shared that. Me and you, since you forget everything, let me remind you. We sat on that couch over there and we each did top 5 most disturbing scenes that aren't in a horror movie.
Oh, was I involved in that one?
Yes.
Oh.
And that was one of mine that made the list
What were
because
mine? I don't even
I don't know. Yeah. Well, I remember that one in Goodfellas, or not Goodfellas, Casino, but that's beside the point. The reason that made the list is because that bear scene is like, it ain't a horror movie per se, but that scene is intense as fuck and scary
Well,
as
that's
shit.
yeah. It became
So,
a horror movie at
Yeah,
that point.
it blends the genres so damn well. The acting's amazing. The extra points for like having not just a flat out original awesome movie that we don't get enough of that are good for that matter. Objectively good. I don't see how objectively you can say this movie's bad in any means, even if it's not your cup of tea. And then on top of that, not only original movie, but not like I said earlier, like having a full female cast in an original movie, you know, like this is more of what we need. Like let's not try to turn James Bond into a girl, like, or do Ghostbusters all female. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. I don't beat that drum as much as other people do, but I prefer to see these fresh original takes with female leads. Let them have their own fucking thing. They're capable. Prove that they're capable and stop disrespecting them by thinking they need to be put into these already existing properties. This is quality shit, and I commend you, Alex Garland.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, I forgot how much I loved Alex Garland. I watched this, I was like, oh yeah, Alex Garland. That's one of my favorite directors. He just needs more movies.
Yeah.
If the third one gets knocked out of the park, like Ex Machina and this, oh shit, dude.
Ex Machina though.
It's good. It's damn good. We might have to review that one too. But yeah, 9.2 out of 10 for me. Pretty solid.
749287. Not bad.
Did you say a phone number there? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah. It's my phone number.
749287.
Call.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yes,
That was
sir.
Annihilation.
That review was an annihilation.
Follow us on Instagram and Spotify, the official Box Office Banner, YouTube, Box Office Banner, Facebook. The group is Box Office Banner Movies. Join the group. We're growing like crazy. It's unbelievable. We're so
Beautiful.
And then there's our actual page where we post all of our videos is just Box Office Banner.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Join us there. Thank you, guys.